What up, everybody? On here for another wrestling rant, a weekly rant about the wrestling I watched over this past week. And what's on the docket for today is Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, also Dynamite, and how could we ever not talk about Survivor Series? Because boy, oh boy, things happen in Survivor Series. So, let's kick it off with Monday Night Raw. Well, we got our matches set. We got the women's team versus the other women's team. So Team Rhea and Team Bianca versus Team Nia, Team Liv. So, they get into the little brouhaha. Rhea been coming up with different masks pretty much every week. When now she looked like she was in a Council of Owls from Batman, where the mask go. This is a good take on it. I like it. I dig it. So the SmackDown matches, not SmackDown, but Raw matches were the matches. A whole lot of leading up to Survivor Series. And we're getting ready, seeing if Gunther was in the right headspace to defend the title and all that jazz. So it was this Monday Night Raw was, it wasn't nothing to ride home about, honestly. But at the same token, it was a good lead-in for what was going on the pay-per-view. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm definitely looking forward to, where it lead up to. And plus, they're preparing for Saturday Night Main Event, too. So it was announced that Cody and Kevin Owens are the main event on Saturday Night's Main Event. That's going to be airing on NBC, which I'm like, I haven't seen wrestling on NBC in years, so let's see what happens. I hope it was a good showing. But that was Raw. Nothing extraordinarily special. I mean, the matches were matches. It was a couple. Had the it had Alpha Academy and stuff. I mean, nothing crazy. But and with that, honestly, the highlight was Bianca giving her team the advantage in War Games. She won the match against Nia. That was the main event. She won the match, and her team has the advantage. So that was Monday Night Raw in a nutshell. But it wasn't just Bianca going over for her team and putting her team in the advantage at War Games. It was also the implosion of the New Day. Man, it was going at it. Kofi said, we handed you the kingdom and you pissed it away. He said Kofi had the title. They handed him the title. They helped him win it, and Brock Lesnar came in and squashed him in 6. I guess they was trading back some vicious barbs on each other. I was like, ooh. But it was all true on both parts. It was all true on both their parts. So let's see what happened with the New Day. That's the most intriguing thing. Between the Bloodline and New Day, that's the most intriguing thing for me on Monday Night Raw. Now, NXT, I didn't watch any of it this past week. I was asleep. Dynamite, wasn't asleep for that. I probably should have been, but I wasn't. What is happening on that show? You got the Hurt Syndicate coming out right at the top of the hour, which is fine. They came out, said how, they have to hurt people, this, that, and the third. Cool. They want to win championships and the whole nine. They're supposed to. They're professionals. That's what they do. Then they cut the Swerve in the back. He's like, he's never been hit harder than he did with Bobby Lashley. Well, yeah, Bobby Lashley's the biggest guy there and probably one of the strongest there, too. So, yeah, you probably haven't been hit as hard until you got in the ring with Bobby Lashley. But out of nowhere, that gets interrupted. And next thing you know, Swerve and some dude who said he's the best wrestler in the world, I don't even remember his name, they get into a tussle in the back. For what? For why? Now, Camille quit working for Mercedes Moné, although she has one arm, and although that one arm's, her arm's in a sling, so she's a one-arm bodyguard who quit her post on Mercedes, which is fine. And I mean, Mercedes gets no reaction other than she gets audible groans and people telling her to shut up and the whole nine. When Camille quit, the crowd popped off of that. It was like, thank goodness we don't have to hear her drone on and on about this nonsense. So yeah, they popped when Camille quit. Now we got the Death Riders. They're not just beating up random job guys anymore. It's like they're attacking everyone in the roster now, which is a good change from what they've been doing, because I'm like, I am so sick of them beating up a whole bunch of people that no one cares about. Now they're gonna beat up on some other people that people barely care about. So yeah, there's that. Not to mention, I did see a post this past weekend over what they're gonna do at their next pay-per-view at World's Enters, whatever. It's supposed to be a 4-way match for Moxley and crew, and Moxley and 3 other people for the belt. Okay, for the AEW World title. Okay, whatever. But you got Moxley and crew, but still beating people up. It's just these people look a little more credible now, and these people actually have wrestled on TV before, so now they're getting beat up by Moxley and crew. One of they got the doggone tournament going on. They got all these brackets and whatnot. I'm not keeping track of that. I'm not creating a spreadsheet to keep track of who's winning the tournament and tally up their point totals. No, not doing all that. We got next. We had on Dynamite Chris Jericho. He had a match with Ishii. Now, granted, they was laying some stuff in. They were like really hitting each other. They were really what they call a wrestling potato in each other. But did anybody really care? Did anyone really want to see that match again? Because they fought before. Nobody wanted to see it the first time. No one wanted to see it this time either. I mean, you got two 50-plus men in the ring chopping each other. They did a chop battle, and I swear I counted 20 plus chops in between. And then they did another one where they did a bunch more. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? I mean, Jericho got his mouth busted open. Ishii got his mouth busted open. I'm like, man, they just hard-weighing each other. I don't know if it's by accident or the timing's off or what, man. They just, some stuff got laid in. I can't say it was 100%, expected, or, they just old and laid it in, forgot how to pull it. I don't know. But, man, they were all beat up and stuff, and for what? And for nothing. They fought over the Ring of Honor title that wasn't defended on a Ring of Honor show, mind you. They fought over the Ring of Honor title that was defended on Dynamite, and they beat each other senseless over a title that no one cares about. No one cares about either one of these guys. No one cares about either one. Then more of the tournament stuff we got. Darby Allin, who ran his car into Moxley and Crew's truck, where he legit hurt himself. He came out all banged. He was bleeding at the pay-per-view. He came out all banged up. He can barely walk. Got bandages all over him. Ribs taped up. He comes out and tries to have a match. He's idiot. Of course he lost. He got thrown around like a rag doll. He lost. Now, I don't know what they're trying to do. Build up Darby to face Moxley and then he take the belt off Moxley or what have you. I don't know. But none of this is making any sense because honestly, Darby Allin, he lost to Claudio. He lost his other match. I mean, he lost to Claudio the week before. Then he lost this match this past week. I mean, he has no momentum to win anything. He hasn't won a match yet. He hasn't won a match of significance in this whole little arcade thing that they're doing with him. So, what's the point? But that was Dynamite. Cluster. Such a cluster. Then we got SmackDown. Again, preparing for War Games. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, tired. Next up, I mean, the SmackDown matches, they're trying to get to the bottom of who attacked Jade. No, full on way it was Naomi. Naomi did it. You can't prove me otherwise until, it's proof that comes out to say otherwise. But until then, Naomi did it. And that was pretty much it for SmackDown. The Bloodline stuff, though, yes, they were all the like, hey, who's gonna have the advantage? And Jay and Jacob Fatu fought. Man, oh man, Jacob Fatu won the match, and they were the heel team was in the advantage. Bloodline 2.0 had the advantage going into War Games. That was pretty much the significance of that. Then we got War Games itself. So let's do this match by match real quick. It ain't gonna take too long. First match was the women's War Games match, where everybody who came in was looking for a weapon underneath the ring. Their timing was super clunky. It was some spots that were just missed, some that were bad, some that needed to be missed, some that just shouldn't have got thought of in the first place. I'm like, man, they are struggling. They are bare beyond ice here with this match. And it went on, too. It didn't pick up. Really, it didn't get better until Bianca opened up a little bit more, and so did Io Sky. Once she started getting comfortable, then it started turning into a match. It opened up some, and Rhea got in, did her thing, beat up Liv and all that jazz. She took her mask off too, which was pretty bold. That was pretty a bold move and pretty sweet. I must say, that was pretty sweet. So the Rhea team won the match. Rhea Bianca's team won, while Liv and Nia Jax's team lost. And again, if they do another War Games, they'll do a traditional 5-on-5 Survivor Series where elimination counts. Someone eliminates, and then it really is a numbers game. Next, we got the United States title. I feel like it was just thrown in here over the last week, and Shinsuke Nakamura is a new United States champ. If I say it, I mean United States champ. But Shinsuke Nakamura, the new United States champion. That match was pretty on the nose and went about 10 minutes. I was okay with that. Next, we got the match of the night for me. The match of the night was Sheamus versus Dragunov versus the IC champ Braun Breaker. Man, they all brought it on that match. I knew that was gonna be the sleeper match. I knew it was gonna be the match of the night for me. Man, they went at it too. It was a good time to watch. Braun won as expected, but I do hope they give Sheamus the IC belt at least for a week or two. It is just he is winding up on it, and I mean he's been there for 15 years, so let him get an IC title before he winds his career down. Next, the World Heavyweight Championship bout between Priest and Gunther, the Ring General. While Gunther fought like he didn't have his confidence fully back, towards the end he picked up and just mauled Priest like he should. Finn Balor got involved and hit Priest with a double stomp on the outside. Gunther gave Finn the boot, like, I don't need your help. Then he threw Priest in, gave him a powerbomb, tried to pin him. Priest kicked out. He choked him out. That was the match. He choked Priest out. So Gunther retains as expected, and I didn't expect him to lose this quick. I didn't expect him to lose to Priest. So I'm glad Gunther retained. Next, we got the main event. Bloodline versus Bloodline. OG versus 2.0. And man, oh man, did they dive. Boy, I tell you, Jimmy dove off the cage, tore his foot up. Bronson Reed jumped off the cage, tore both his feet up. I mean, I'm hoping Jacob Fatu was okay, because he took a nasty fall. I hope it's just him selling it. I mean, man, they got beat up. They got beat up in that ring. And the Roman's team won, the OG Bloodline won, so they are still within play to get the Ulafala back. And so they won. I just curious to see, is Big Bronson Reed going to be on the new Bloodline going forward, or is it just a one-shot deal like CM Punk was? Is it one time or what? So we'll see what happens there. All in all, my wrestling grade for the week was a B+. It was fairly good. I mean, I didn't see NXT, and I definitely won't go watch Collision or Rampage. I mean, they was on doing Survivor Series. Not to mention, no, no, I'm not doing that. It seemed like those cards were filled with nothing but tournament matches. I don't want to see that right now. So let me know what you like, what you didn't like, your thoughts, your likes, your comments. Drop in here in the description box below. Don't forget, you'll all like, share, and subscribe too, so we can continue to grow our channels on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, you name it, we there. Let's like, share, and get these numbers up, y'all, so we can keep on growing. Until then, y'all stay tuned and let me know what you got and what you like, what you didn't like, what's your good take, your hot take, and your bad take. Let me know, y'all, in the comments. Peace.